Introducing here at Ebro in the Morning with the family, Laura Stiles Rosenberg, a young man from upstate New York that has the biggest record this week. Let's just go with that. Mm-hmm. You agree?
That's in the top two.
Yeah.
It's in the top two.
His name is Velous. Give it up for him, man.
Song's major.
He produced Kanye West all day. Now, I want you to take us on the journey because Rosenberg, and I think Laura Stiles also pointed this out, 21 different people have credits on this song?
I think 23.
How does that? No, it was 21.
I think the number's gone up. People have come out of the woodwork. More
Me
people.
too.
Yeah, I actually claim credit for it.
How does that work?
I mean, there's the people who produced it,
Okay.
which is I'm one of those people. Then there's co-production, additional. But the thing about it, that list is composers. So everybody that's on that list is not necessarily a producer.
Okay.
And what can you explain to the audience the difference between a composer and a producer?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, everyone is a songwriter. Even if you're a producer, it's all considered songwriting. But some of those people were part of the songwriting, or
The words.
yeah.
Got it.
Or some people, and some of those people might not have actually made like an actual musical contribution.
So they could have just said, no, say this here, or say this like this, or...
Yeah, it could have been that. It could have been it could have been I mean, I don't know. There's certain people I don't know exactly what the role that they played.
Got it.
I
Because
know
you weren't there for all of
Yeah.
it. So take me on the journey of this song. This song, you produced a lot of things for the Coke Boys.
Yeah.
And the way I understand it, and you could confirm, deny, or just say you don't know shit about it, this was originally a song that French had.
Yeah. Me and French were at the crib vibing. You know what? I made the beat on the couch at my boy's crib.
Okay.
So that I was watching like Saturday Night Live, and I made the beat over there, like just playing around, experimenting, trying to come up with a new bounce. And French called me one day. He was like, "Yo, come to the crib." We was at the crib. We had a session at his studio over there, and
Over there.
Yeah, at his crib.
Where's this? We've never been to this place. Where's this? Jersey, Bronx?
I can't put where he lived.
But his East Coast place, not his LA place.
You weren't in L.A.?
Nah.
This was here in the tri-state area.
Yeah, it was on the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, the East Coast.
I gotta keep him safe from the thoughts, man. You know what
Right,
I'm
that's true. Thought protection.
saying? So but we were over there vibing, and he was just like, "Yo," like he was like, "Let me hold that right there," along with some other beats. Him and Kanye had a session. He played like Kanye a bunch of beats, and also him and Kanye, like French was very involved in the production process of it. Like he's not an actual beat maker, but all his records he always has like a bunch of ideas, and so Kanye and him played around with like 5 of my beats, and all day was like that was lucky number 7 right there.
Dope. So it went straight from French working on it because I was, in some of the credits, Puffy, I think, was composer.
Kendrick
or something.
Lamar's in there.
His name
Yeah,
was
do you know how the Kendrick credit got there?
I mean, it could be, I'm sure there was a contribution. It wasn't necessarily production.
Got it. So you don't actually know. Just say that.
No, I know that it wasn't. I know that it wasn't production. Like,
Right, but you don't know once you gave the song to French Montana, and French went and sat with Kanye.
I know what certain people did on there.
Got it.
But just not all of them. Have you met Kanye?
I haven't met Kanye.
Biggest record that hasn't met Kanye. Have you met Kim?
That happens all the time.
I met Kim. I met all the girls. All the Kardashian.
That's right.
But that was
Cool.
probably through French.
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? Like, yeah, my nigga. Yeah, I'm Velous, my nigga. I be with the Kardashians all the time.
Nah, it's not like it's not all the time, but they
Well, you're more in Kylie's age range, so you know what I'm saying. You're how old?
I'm 23.
Yeah, you're more in Kylie's zone, so I could see you hanging out with maybe Kendall, Kylie. How many of them is just those two?
I get
Those
lost
are
at
the
that
young
point.
ones.
Those are the youngest.
5.
Yeah.
How similar is the original thing you produced on your man's couch to what we hear now?
Everything that I did for the most part is the same. Like one thing that's good, I had like a sample in there, like a Sade sample that got removed. Nobody would have known. Just for the record, I could have got away with it, and nobody would have.
Nah,
known.
don't say that. They did the right thing. They didn't want no problems.
No, they didn't even know. They just it just came out because it was just some extra in there.
Right.
But,
So who pointed it out? You admitted like guys.
Actually, I don't think anybody even knows it was there the way I did it. Like I manipulated the sound. Like you would have never know. Like it was like this extra snare that I made out of Sade's voice.
Got it.
You know,
and they
sound
just took it
manipulation.
out. They just ended up taking it out.
Yeah, because you know what? It was stacked and layered with something else. So what the service that it was serving, the purpose that it was serving was already like it was already in there. But like that got removed, which is good. You know, seeing that list of credits, that's something good. You know, considering having to give up more pub for a sample.
Now, for Velous is here. He produced All Day Kanye West. And my interest in doing this interview was obviously because you're from New York, or New York State, upstate. You live in the area. You work with the Coke Boys. You've also worked with Fab. Who else is on your resume?
Shout out to my bro Spin King, Adult Swim. You know, I was in
that
a
was a
hook
big
on that.
record for us.
Also, Spin King got another record out with me and Ty Dolla $ign right now.
Dope. What's that called? I've seen he's got a tape. Spin King's got a tape coming out.
Yeah. I can say whatever to be censored, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the record's called Proud Side Nigga.
Okay.
What else? I've been working on. I got a bunch of stuff coming out with my bros, Boy Wonder and Vinyls.
Dope.
So.
Do you rap also?
Yeah, I'm a singer, but you know, but I rap I rap occasionally.
Okay. Oh, that's tight. I didn't know he was a singer too.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite producers?
My favorite producers: Pharrell Williams, The Neptunes, Kanye, Timbo. There's a bunch, man. I really like because I produce all genres. I write all genres. So you know, definitely Quincy. Definitely
He was aight.
Quincy Jones.
He was cool.
He fell off.
I mean, I like my is more John Blaze than that, but I liked him. What about what other producers? Any other local producers here that you admire or think are really good?
I mean, there's a bunch, man. I just love music, man. So it's like, you know, like there's a bunch. It's just I can't really choose. I respect everybody's craft. I'm not like one of those like I think
a producer snob.
Yeah, I'm not
beat
like a snob. Like I see the creativity, you know what I mean, in everything. I mean, as long as for me, it's either good or it's trash.
All right, well, let's go somewhere else. I'm glad you brought up trash. Who's trash? Let's get to it. Since you want to act all hunky dory with everybody and shit, you fucking interview, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Give me something, man. Who's trash out here?
Who's
Let's
trash?
Go.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I don't know. I just feel like
Nah, don't answer that. Never mind.
I'll answer it.
I started to feel bad, man. You're 22. You just starting the game. I'm setting you up.
Yeah, you get
Your
it.
man in the background like, yo, be nice, Breeze. OG niggas in the back trying to protect you.
I'll say just most athletes shouldn't
Produce.
rap. Shouldn't rap.
Right.
Most.
Shaq did all right. And
Shaq, you
he
know.
was entertaining.
Yeah.
Other than Shaq, who got away with it?
I rate Shaq as the best to ever do it.
And Iverson, what was that record? 46
40 bars.
Oh my
40
God.
bars. No,
Tough.
a 40 bar wasn't bad.
40 bars.
Now I agree with you on Shaq though.
Shaq was good though. Shaq actually had he put out he chose good beats. He did ill collaborations. I mean, who else did songs with? He did songs with Jay and Biggie. I mean, he put in work. And Lord Tariq. Holla.
Recently.
And the Fooshnickens, don't you dare.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
you
that's
dare.
right.
Shaq Fu.
That's right.
That's Shaq Fu.
Well, illest Shaq record, your favorite record? I got mine.
I like No Love Lost, the one that has Jay-Z and Lord Tariq on it.
Nah, I like No Hooks. We don't need
No Hooks with RZA.
With RZA and Meth. The remix was mean.
That was dope too. And I mean, listen, the one Can't
We
Stop the
don't
Rain with
need
Biggie was
no
dope.
Hooks.
Oh my God.
He
You
shot
didn't like No Hooks? Yo, you wildin', B. Get out of here.
Didn't Chris Webber like produce like a Nas record or two?
Chris Webber did a bunch of shit. Yeah. He produced some and he had an album.
So
I mean,
you're
listen, Cedric
okay-
Sabalos, Cedric Sabalos had a joint. You know what I'm saying? With
So
Diamond
wait,
D.
you're okay with NBA players producing, just not rapping?
This is my thing. It's not even about professions,
athletes,
man. It's
yeah.
not about professions. I'm all for people being like Renaissance people. It's about just like I don't know. Like if you're a ball player and you weren't rapping before, and just because you're a ball player now, and I don't really condone rapping at that
Like,
point.
because you didn't put your work in for that craft.
Yeah, like if you don't got it, you don't got it.
It would be like you being a great artist or producer and then just deciding you can do fashion and you look nuts, but no one says anything. Just kidding. Don't answer that.
Shots?
No. I'm just kidding.
Kanye doesn't look nuts.
Some things
You
look
think
nuts.
Kanye looks nuts?
So I think some things look nuts, yes. And I think everyone's like, yes, I
don't
like that.
See, I don't like everything, but there's things I do like.
I do too.
What
I
about
think-
the paper windbreaker you got?
The paper windbreaker, I hate it. Send me a paper Yeezy windbreaker. I was like, what is a piece of paper? You
But what is it
unfold out
that
of some
you
bag.
expect just because it's Kanye and he's in hip hop that everything has to be like the stereotypical hip hop clothes?
No. I just think about from the
Like
perspective.
he's going for high fashion, Rosenberg. He really wants to be accepted into that world.
Hold on. You like everything he puts
Not
on.
everything.
Oh, that's
but
all
there
we're
were a couple
saying.
pieces that I thought were pretty fly.
No,
Damn, some of
definitely.
the scoop neck Lord of the Rings, Game of the Thrones shirts is a little too
Game
far.
of the Thrones. By the way, the original Yeezys that he designed were amazing. Those are dope kicks.
Yeezy 2s were amazing.
Yeezy 2s were out. He did a bunch of stuff
So
I
you
did
don't like
like.
the boosts.
The new ones are cool. I'm actually not mad at the new ones. It's just some of the other stuff I don't. I'm just a protector of people's crafts, and I could imagine if I was in that world and he showed up, I'd be like, even though you interned when you were already famous and you showed up and you were like, I'm gonna intern for Givenchy or whatever he did, I would still be like, my man, come on, man, I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. You know, I relate
And
to
you're
those
sensitive
people.
as a DJ who
Yes.
came up as a DJ and all these celebrities jumping up DJing. Now you feeling like
I'm very sensitive
fuck
to that,
outta
and
here.
I admit I'm a bitch about that. And some people don't like it, and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't hold on to it." But like, I carried crates, so as someone who carried crates and turntables, I get bitter when people are like, "Yo, I started a week ago," and that literally, I mean, I've heard stories that literally like, "You're you have a name, you should be a DJ." What? So I get bitter about
Do you
that.
like this right here when they show up to the party with their phone? They plug their phone in and
Yo,
just
I
start
got the
playing
little
from the
scratching.
iTunes?
I got the little scratching joint
But
on
he's
here.
23 years old. He kind of comes from that generation. Like, what was the first program that you started using?
You know what? I started on a rolling 16 track.
You know what
Okay,
I mean?
so that's commendable because some people
He
use
was like, "Shut the
programs
fuck
like
up, Laura."
No, I'm just saying because a lot of young people
No, you're
start
not.
with like Fruity Loops and everybody side eyes them, and I don't even know
Logic
nothing
and
about
Fruity
production.
Loops.
But I don't side eye people for programs, because here's the thing: I'm not against people using technology, because don't get it twisted. Grandmaster Flash and Africa Bambaataa and all the forefathers used every bit of technology available
And,
to
and
them.
musicians at that time were upset about computers and technology.
So you can't hate on
know what?
technology, but
A lot of musicians that I know still like might feel some type of way towards all that. Me being like in both worlds, I'm just like, for me, it's not about what you use, it's about how you use it.
That's right. Well, you play
Agreed.
some instruments. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What do you play?
The drums, piano, guitar.
there you go. I like that.
I mean, if you
I
could
said it
play
like
the-
it's like all one instrument.
Piano?
The drums. I talk really like fast.
What's your best one?
drums, piano, and guitar.
What's your best of the three?
I mean, I play the piano the most, but guitar was like, it was just natural. You know what I mean?
Yo, fam, if you could play the piano and the guitar, you know how nice you are at music?
I mean, pretty nice.
Those are the two hardest instruments, bro.
No, they're not.
Easy.
Who told you that?
Piano's dumb hard. To be great at it,
I
yes.
mean,
And guitar is like a whole other mind.
I played piano until my piano teacher left the country and never came back, and we never heard from her again.
What do you play?
So
What do you play? Chopsticks on it or something?
no, I played. I no, it was bad, but I played. My point is, I don't think that's surprising. Once you know piano, I think a lot of people then transition to guitar quite easily.
You think so?
Do you
I
agree?
think a lot of people do. Not everyone.
You said transitioning from the guitar to the piano.
From piano to guitar.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could really transition from anything from the piano once you understand the piano.
Because piano gives you the ultimate basics on all notes and understanding
Yeah.
reading music, right? So then from there,
But it's fucking hard, bro.
oh yeah, they're all hard. Listen, I can't do shit on any of them, so don't. I'm not saying it's not
What's
hard.
hard? What do you think's harder than the piano? In your mind?
Drums have to be the hardest, no?
Nah, not at all.
Oh, I think drums look ridiculous. That limb separation, to be able to do different things with different limbs. I can't even rub my stomach and my head at the same time. Pat my head. See?
I don't know if I could do that either, but it's just like the drums.
What's
is natural.
harder than the piano? To you?
Triangle.
What's triangle's tough.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Xylophone. You know how hard the xylophone
Yo,
must be.
the
my G?
recorder, my G.
The kazoo, bro. Like, nah, I think I don't know. It's
Harder than guitar. Because
I don't-
guitar looks bananas.
I don't know.
to
I've
me.
never really like for what I do. I've never really had like like a struggle.
It's come
Like,
pretty
not-
easy for you.
Now I will say this: a bugle looks tough. There's literally no notes. You just tighten your lips different ways to get.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That has to be tough.
That's fucking hard.
Just curious, how did you meet French Montana and the Coke Boys?
Good question.
Me and French had the same manager, Gavi.
Shout out to Gabi. Stop calling
Shout
my
to
cell phone. I'm
Gab.
trying to interview this young man. You want to jump
He's
on?
calling you right now?
He's been calling me for 2 days.
Is he calling right now?
No, he's not.
Oh, I was gonna say put him on right now.
I met Gab through a friend. Like he had played some of my music for Gab, and Gab liked it, and we connected. He was interested in managing me, and I had a record that I wanted to get French on. He ended up playing a record for French, and then French was like, "Play me some more," and he was like, "Yo, bring him here. Like I want him in the camp. I want to see if I can vibe with him, see what type of kid he is, you know."
And since then, it's been hunky dory. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some good guys around you, man. Love Rob.
Some of the names on your email now that you produced the Kanye West record.
Oh yeah.
Give us some names, shit, because I know
man.
those
Who's
names
looking
went
for
out
you?
the window.
I-
You was like, yo.
I don't like. I like to let artists, announce certain things, but I mean, there was already other things in the works, but
Like?
I can't say some of that.
Alright, fair enough.
I can't tell you. I was doing a record for 2 people last night that are like out of this world iconic. Like
Beyonce. Beyonce got you so quick.
it's
to the
not
studio.
her. It's not her.
Rihanna.
I'm talking like one of the people on the record is like Michael Jackson, Prince era.
Yee-hoo-hoo.
But it's also somebody that the other person on the record is definitely like big, right? Like big.
Yo, your
to this
His manager's
generation
like,
and everything.
shit out. I got you. Just
I'm not saying
just-
nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else.
I'm gonna be the rare
So
interviewer.
and that's how it works in this game for people tuning in and watching.
I wasn't gonna say
Like
nothing.
this game, like it's so secretive, right? Like a lot of things happen in studios that are just for the magic of that creation, or they don't want you to know things are being plotted and planned, so it's a surprise when it comes out. So it's hard to interview a producer like this unless he's working on his own stuff or things he wants to know about.
But this is also the thing. Let's be honest about it. Like in this era, it makes sense to interview Velous, who's brand new. A few years ago, he wouldn't be getting interviews yet. Even with one big record out, there wouldn't be an opportunity to be like, oh, I'm going to go do tons of interviews. It's like, it's not for a couple years. But now, there's so much media that, and there's upside is that you get to meet some cool people and get put on early. But the downside is you're not really at a place where you can say that much yet because you're trying to build your credits right now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Technically, he did produce a song that Paul McCartney's on. Just saying. I mean,
That's why he's here, bro.
it's kind of big.
Everyone is on that song. That's why he's here.
I know.
Didn't run down the names again.
Well,
on
by the
All
way, I
Day.
just
You
found
can't.
out.
Too many.
The Kendrick credit was Kanye had watched a Kendrick video earlier that day. He watched "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" and was like, "Yo, that joint's tight." Kendrick, written by.
Is that really what happened?
No.
I'm about to say. I'm about to be,
On that note,
Yo, Velous, man, nice meeting you, man. Come back with whatever you working
Thank you for
on,
having
man.
me,
And
man.
yo, and big up to all the music you bring into the artists from this area too, because I know that Fab bigs you up. A lot of people big you up and appreciate what you're
man.
doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's dope. Give it up, Velous, man.
salute.